What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. I decided to use a bunch of new products that I've never tried before, so it's kind of like a first impressions video. I have mixed a few products in this look that I've used before, at least off camera, and I really love how this look turned out. If you guys want to know how I created this sort of editorial but super wearable kind of look, then keep on watching. For primer, I'm going to use the hangoverX primer by Too Faced. See so many beauty bloggers using this product. I've never used it, so I hope that this meshes well with my foundation, because sometimes primers can make your foundation look a little weird. So let's try. And I just touched a bunch of products with my hands, so my hands aren't like the cleanest right now. So I just want to use a brush to apply this primer all over the face. So far it smells really, really good. So the primer feels great on my skin. I feel like it almost gave me like a slight glow. This primer has more of a texture of a moisturizer, not so much, you know, those primers that have like a thicker texture that kind of smoothen your pores. This primer doesn't do that. This has more of like a moisturized, liquidy kind of texture. And for today's foundation, I'm going to use the Maybelline 24-Hour Foundation. I actually filmed with Maybelline for their YouTube channel last week, and that was an awesome experience. And I got to try this foundation for the first time there, and I loved it so much, so I want to wear it again. Like when I'm getting ready for an event and I'm doing my makeup, I always have a headband, so I'll take it off after, but for now, we're going to keep this ugly thing on. The color that I'm wearing is 120 Classic Ivory, and I'm pretty much gonna do like 3 to 4 pumps. And I'm gonna do my usual foundation brush that I always do, which is the G2 by Morphe. This foundation has a nice full coverage, and it also has a matte finish, which I love, especially fall, winter. I love a matte finish. And this color is actually the perfect match for me. It's not too dark, it's not too light. So when it comes to foundation, I always tend to put a lot more in my cheek area, and then the center of my face, I do a little bit of less foundation. So pretty much like I'm not adding any more product to this area, just whatever's left on the brush. The foundation is flawless, so if you're looking for a new drugstore foundation, I highly recommend the Suberstay 24-Hour Foundation by Maybelline. I mean, look at how flawless my skin looks. The color was perfect. This is definitely going to be a new drugstore foundation favorite. And then for my concealer, I'm going to be using also a new concealer that I've never tried before, so I'm trying it for the first time on camera, and it is the Elcie concealer. It is the Complete Remedy Silk Concealer. I love this concealer specifically. So far, I haven't tried it on my face, obviously, but I love it because the applicator is one of those applicators that depuffens your eye. There's a lot of eye creams that have this kind of applicator, so this is a genius idea. I'm going to use the color Light Medium and Medium because I feel like Light Medium is really, really light, and I feel like Medium is a little bit, on camera it looks a lot lighter than in person, but I feel like I want to mix both. But just looking at these, I actually feel like medium alone would work. So I just mixed the two colors together, and I'm just going to dot like that. Let's do a little bit on the center of the nose. I'm going to use a damp beauty blender. This is like a medium-sized beauty blender, and I'm just going to blend this out. Oh, it's blending really, really well. So I just realized, that I didn't even use the applicator to apply this. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take color medium, and I'm just going to go over that with a tiny bit. Oh, that feels good because it's metal, so it feels really cooling. I would still use a beauty blender, obviously, to blend this out, but the cooling effect feels really, really nice. Really nice and like luxurious. So let's blend that out. I would say this concealer is like a medium to full coverage. Actually looks really, really, really good. You guys know I would be honest if this concealer didn't look good on the skin. It looks amazing. But before I go and blend this out, I actually want to set this with powder. And Elcie also launched a translucent powder in 2 colors, one for light medium skin and one for dark to deep dark. So I'm going to use the light to medium, obviously. And I'm just going to use the same beauty blender to set this. But before I set it, I want to make sure that there's no crease marks. This concealer is not really creasing at all, actually. I mean, so far at least. I'm sure if I don't set it, it'll crease a little bit. But let's give this translucent powder a try. So I'm gonna let you know how the translucent powder wears by the end of the video. I always like to bring the translucent powder to like the sides of my nose because I get oily there. But so far the translucent powder is amazing. The color is good. It like made everything blurred out, like the fine lines around my eyes. I really, really like this. So I'm gonna take the powder and set the center of my face as well, just very lightly. The center of my face has like the bigger pores, so I always like to take a little bit of translucent powder and kind of pat it on with a beauty blender. Now to powder the rest of my face and sort of contour at the same time, I'm going to use a Luminous face powder by Girlactik in the color medium. I love this powder, and I'm going to kind of set the rest of my face, bring some warmth to my skin, and contour at the same time. And for the brush, I'm using For the brush, I'm using Morphe X Jaclyn Hill in number JH05. All right, now I'm taking the same powder, but in a lighter color. Actually, I'm taking it in the color light, and I'm going to set the rest of my face. I just love this powder so much because it's not matte, it has more of like a luminous kind of finish, hence the name Luminous face powder. So that's why I like setting the rest of my face with this and not a translucent powder. The translucent powder I just do like under the eyes and on the center of the face. So whenever I hear people say like, my foundation doesn't last all day long, that's because you guys have to set, like you see what I'm doing now? Now I'm setting the rest of my face with powder. Like every little area where there was foundation, now there's powder on top. And if you feel like you don't like to powder your entire face because it gets too matte, then you need a powder like this that has like a luminous finish. All right, now that I've set my entire face with powder, now I'm gonna go in with some bronzer, just very lightly, and this one is Cabo Matte Bronzer by Girlactik. I pretty much use this bronzer with every look. Just gonna go over the powder that I previously applied. Now, if you're wondering, why didn't you just bronze from the beginning? Like, why did you have to put the powder first? Well, here's the reason why I powder first. The reason why I powder first and then bronzer is because if you just go straight with bronzer on top of your liquid foundation, it's gonna be really patchy, and sometimes the bronzer can look like muddy. So you definitely want to lay powder first on your face and then bronzer, so that the bronzer goes on top of the powder and it's more of a seamless application. So it's all about layering makeup. When you think of makeup, always think of just layering the makeup, and that's why it lasts all day. Just taking some of that bronzer down my neck, just so everything just blends and everything looks perfect in pictures. And then do the ears as well. And I'm gonna move on to my cheeks. And for blush today, I'm gonna do the Rose Gold Blush Duo by Jouer. I'm just gonna pick up both colors pretty much. It's just so pretty. I love this peachy pink kind of tones when it comes to blush. I love that. And both colors, but specifically this one here, has a lot of shimmer to it, like a metallic-y kind of shimmer. So I'm bringing it kind of even closer up to where the highlight would go, because it does have like a little bit of a gold flex, and I love that. And the brush that I'm using is the Dose of Colors Angled Contour Brush. Look at the difference between just a bronzy cheek and then a cheek with some blush color. I love it so much. And you see how it like glows a little bit? That's because the blush is not matte, and I love that. Love this blush duo. This is definitely one of my favorite products that I'll be taking with me when I travel, because I just love stuff that comes in palettes, just less products to travel with, and then it's more compact so you don't have too many single items everywhere in your makeup bag. Then for highlight, I'm also going to use a Jouer product. This is from their new collection, the Rose Gold collection. And this highlight... Let's try that again. The Rose Gold highlight from Jouer. And let me just give you guys a swatch of this, because it is just so pretty. Look at that. And ooh, do you see how amazing that is? So I'm going to focus the highlight just on the highest part of the cheek, and I'm using a smaller brush. This is actually, I don't know why I picked up this brush, because it's one of my favorites, but it's discontinued by MAC, but any highlight brush would do. And for my eyes, I'm also going to use the Rose Gold eyeshadow palette from the Rose Gold collection with Jouer. And this palette just has such pretty colors. So in this Rose Gold collection, they also launched a Rose Gold shade stick, like a shadow stick, and this is what it looks like. It's just so beautiful. First, you want to take the Rose Gold shadow stick and create the outline of this eye. And with this kind of product, so my eye doesn't have any primer or anything. All my eye has is a little bit of concealer and the powder that you guys saw me apply earlier. So you want to be gentle when you apply a shadow stick like this. And you just want to create the outline of this look. So this one is also in Rose Gold. Jouer has other shadow sticks, but this is one of their newer colors. I have to be really careful that with a look like this, both eyes have to be symmetrical. So I have to make sure that I'm not going too far up. And I'm just kind of creating like a V shape pretty much, and going up towards the brow. When you get to this part, you want to kind of like feather very lightly, because this is like a round tip, it's not like an eyeliner tip, so you want to make sure that you're not making it too thick at the end. I'm going pretty close to the inner corner, kind of creating the same effect as this, but creating like an inner cat eye. So now I'm going to take a concealer brush from Dose of Colors, and I'm going to pick up this color right here, which is like a nice rose gold color. And with patting motion, I'm going to pack this pretty much all over the lid on top where I just put the rose gold shadow stick. I'm not going to put this color here in the inner corner because I'm going to use a different color there. But for now, I'm going to pack this color on. The reason why I chose a brush like this and not like a fluffy eyeshadow brush is because I want to make sure that this line stays nice and crisp. And now I'm going to move on to this color right here, and using the same brush, I'm going to apply that to the inner corner. This color is more of like a light gold, and this one's more of a rosy gold. And now I'm going to take a Dose of Colors pencil brush, and I'm going to use this brown color down here to wing out the rest of the eye and give the eye some depth. With this part, you have to be really careful that you're not... This whole eye look, pretty much, you have to be super careful and make small movements with the brush, because you don't... This is not one of those looks where you're like blending back and forth a lot. This is more of like just applying the product and very gently blending the colors together like I'm doing now. Now I'm blending that rose gold color with the brown, just super, super gently. This kind of look is like doing eyeliner. You can't talk too much. I'm going to take the rose gold shadow stick, and I'm going to do a pretty thick bottom smudge lash line. I'm going to connect it to the inner corner. This is going to be pretty thick. It's going to go pretty low. Make sure you guys close products like this right away so that they don't dry. And now taking the same brush that I used for the dark part, same brown color right here, and I'm going to connect the top with the bottom. I'm going to stop it right there because I'm going to repeat every step that I did up here. I'm going to repeat down here. And now I'm taking another brush, just a clean brush. I'm going to take the same color that I did on the lid, and I'm going to pop it right on the middle. And now instead of taking the same color that I did on the inner corner, I'm actually going to take this light pink color right here, and I'm going to pop that right on the bottom inner corner. Now taking a black pencil from Urban Decay, this is in the color 0, and I'm going to tight line my eyes. And now I'm taking one of the pencil brushes and just making sure that the lash line is nice and smudged out. And I'm not winging it, I'm just bringing it, I'm pretty much just outlining the eye rim on the inside and on the outside. And I'm going to go back to my holy grail drugstore mascara, the Voluminous Lash Paradise by L'Oreal. If you haven't tried this drugstore mascara, I highly recommend that you try it. The brush is nice and big, and the lashes never look clumpy, and that's what I love the most. I hate when my lashes look like thin and separated. They look nice and full with this kind of mascara, and I love it so much. All right, it's now time for some lashes because we have to make this cat eye look even more cat eye. So for this look, I'm going to use ZANA Style from Duart Beauty. For anyone who may not know, Duart Beauty is a line of lashes that I created, and I'm just so excited to show you guys how easy it is to apply these lashes. Super duper easy. They come in 3 little clusters like this, and I apply glue on each cluster. This specific style is perfect for this kind of eye look that I did because these lashes have that wispy long effect at the end. And so now all 3 pieces right here have glue on them, And I'm going to take the outer corner piece with some tweezers, apply right to the outer corner of the eye. And technically you could just leave it like this if you wanted to. Like if your eye is smaller this way, you can just wear the outer corner piece, or you can do two pieces. I'm picking up the middle piece right now. So you could just do these two pieces and stop right there. Or if your eye is bigger like mine, you can take the third piece and apply that one as well. And there you go. I love these lashes so much because anyone can wear these lashes, and you can wear them on certain eyes. They may look longer. For example, if you don't have a lot of eyelid space like I do, then these are going to look more dramatic on you. But for someone like me, I have a huge eyelid. These don't look that dramatic on me. Also, they don't look that dramatic on me because my natural lashes are pretty long, as you can see. So these just kind of blend with my own lashes. So if you're one of those people that doesn't have long lashes, these are going to look more dramatic on you than they would on someone like me. So always keep that in mind when buying lashes. Every single person is going to look different in the lashes depending on your eye shape. Now I just put glue on these three pieces, and again I'm going to start with the outer corner. Starting with the outer corner. Now picking up the center piece. And then the inner corner piece. So I've actually had friends tell me like, I love your lashes, but I'm afraid I'm gonna lose a piece. And pretty much my response to that is, as soon as you're done with your makeup, or at the end of the night when you want to wash your makeup off, take them off and put them right back in the package. That's why, like, on the back of the package, I tell you to save the box, so that, because if you just place them in your, like, if you just place them on your bathroom sink area or your makeup table, you're gonna lose a piece. It's just inevitable. So it's just better off to put them right back in the box where they belong. They won't get dusty, they'll stay nice and clean, and you won't lose a piece. Or I need to figure out a lip. I think I'm gonna do a liquid lipstick and then throw a gloss on top. So I'm gonna start with this Peyote Urban Decay lip pencil. Right before I do my liquid lipstick, I always do a little bit of like a lip balm or a chapstick, and obviously you could tell how much I love this one. This is the Butterstick Lip Treatment in Naturally Nude by Kiehls. And I'm just gonna apply this like a chapstick. That's pretty even by itself like that. It has a little bit of like a brown tint. And for lipstick, I'm gonna do Rose All Day by Feral Cosmetics. Oh, it's such a pretty shade. I love this color, and I think it looks perfect with this eye makeup. You have the lip liner that's a little bit deeper that goes with the eye, and then you have like the perfect pinky nude lipstick. I absolutely love this way this look turned out. Now I'm going to spray and set my makeup. This is the first time that I'm using this product. This is Hangover 3-in-1 Setting Spray by Too Faced. I've seen people use this before, and I am about to drench my skin in this. Woo, smells so good. I love this smell. So I'm gonna add a tiny bit of this gloss from Urban Decay. It is the color Fuel Hi-Fi Shine Gloss. These glosses smell so good. They're super, super high shine. So I'm not gonna put them all over the lips. I'm gonna focus mostly on the center. So this is the final look. I hope you guys love it. I actually really enjoyed filming this kind of look. It's very out of my comfort zone for me, but it is very wearable, so I could totally see myself wearing this makeup look outside of my filming room. I know I also told you that I will let you know how the Elcie Cosmetics concealer and translucent powder wore, and it wore really beautifully. I'm definitely a fan, will be wearing it again, and I love that you guys have the option of having a darker color if you are darker skin. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever I post a new video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.